How often have you found yourself assuming something bad is going to happen and then discovering that all that negative thinking was for naught?
You know the kind of thing, you hear the boss wants to speak to you, or you miss a call from the kid's school and it can't be anything good, right? And as Rick said, your fears are probably without foundation.
We can all make this kind of thinking error regularly, but some of us, especially when we're anxious or stressed, can go further and start assuming that if the bad thing comes true, then this will lead to a chain reaction of awful events. Let's have a look at an example.
Go back to the one where we hear that the boss wishes to speak to you. You immediately begin to imagine what you might have done wrong that has attracted their attention, and then begin to wonder how much trouble you are really in.
And of course, if you are in trouble, then you're surely on your way out of the company. You know that the boss has never really seen your work for what it is. You've never been appreciated, and they've been waiting for you to trip up for years. And now their time has come.
So you're going into that office to be challenged, and even if you aren't sacked today, then this will just be a precursor to that moment when they can get you. The boss is now adding the reasons up to fire you. If fired, your partner will be extremely cross with you, and that will spell trouble at home. And you just know that without this job you offer nothing else there. Of course they will eventually leave you, taking the house and the kids with them. The car has already been repossessed because you haven't kept up the payments.
Yes, and you'll never be able to face your friends again either. After all, they thought you were the smart one in a good job, but now they think you've been faking it all along. You'll probably end up living under a bridge, eating out of bins and begging on the high street at night.
Or just maybe none of this will happen. We call this thinking pattern catastrophizing, letting your mind run away with all sorts of disastrous outcomes that stem from one worrying thought. But the trouble is, these scenarios seem really believable as they are happening.
We see this in therapy a great deal, and usually people can laugh at it when they see what they've been doing. Catastrophizing is best stopped at the first thought, as once these thoughts start, it can feel like a snowball careering down a mountain. Ask yourself now, how often have you done this? And then check how many times the catastrophes have actually occurred. I think you'll find catastrophizing offers us very little.